Guys, this is going to be a video that truly means a lot to me, so I would really appreciate it if you watch this video. Even if you don't watch any of my other videos, I don't care. As long as you take this video and learn something from it, I would really, really be appreciated. And that's me saying truly from the heart. Because this really means something a lot to me. I'm first going to go over licensing because I got a comment on my I was saying I was taking my dog to the vet, and they said, "Why are you getting it tattooed?" They didn't understand, and I left them a comment, reply back because I always do. But I thought this was really important just to educate others and different ways you can keep your animals safe because I think that is very, very important. The first thing is just a regular dog tag license that you put on their collar. I don't know. I don't really like it because they can get caught up if they do get loose. They get caught up, and the collar could come off, and you could find the collar and not the dog. Just not really practical nowadays. So I don't know. I just really don't like the dog tags. The other thing is a microchip, and a microchip is a small little, it'd be like your SD card for your camera, and they place it on the dog's neck in between the shoulder blades underneath the skin. This is good because, when they find the dog, they scan it, and your name and your address and everything will come up. The only bad thing about the microchip is sometimes if the scar tissue, when it's healing, it'll grow over and it'll get so thick when they scan it, it won't scan. Other times the scar tissue won't take to it, so it slides around. Sometimes it slides down the back or across the shoulder, and normally when pounds or something find, a dog, they scan it just the neck, and they won't scan the whole dog. They'll just, assume that the dog doesn't have one. Another way is, especially with the microchip, I don't know. And if somebody finds your dog and they can just deny it's not yours, and then you'd have to go through a whole thing of getting people involved, trying to prove it's your dog. And believe me, it happens. My neighbor actually stole my dog years ago, and I had a heck of a time trying to get him back. So it happens, and I know in town or anywhere you live, you have to have license if you're caught at a dog park or even just walking your dog and they don't have its license on. It is a fine. I think it's from $300 to $500 fine. So you have to carry those license all around, even if they're dog tags or whatever. I started getting my animals tattooed, and what that is, it's a serial number, and they just do it on their stomach. And it's visible. They can't, if somebody takes your dog, they can't say, "Oh no, this is my dog," because the number is visible. It's right there. With the microchip, a lot of the pounds or that work on just say, donations or something. Maybe they can't afford one of those scanners to find the microchip. So this is visible. It's reasonable. Everybody can see it. And it's not going to move around. It's not going to rub off. So it's something very, very good. And, if you have a house fire or, if your dog just gets out or something, there's always that number to trace it back to you. And it goes with your name, your address, your social security number. And even if you change addresses, it will change with you because it's linked to your social security number. So this is really, really good. They're always going to know whose dog it is. And I would just rather go that route than, the regular standard dog tags. Now, for price-wise, I can tell you what I paid. Odie just got his done today. I had to go to the courthouse and get the papers, for the number to get tattooed because, that you do get that through the courthouse. And that was $31. Now, this may vary by state. And then for it to get tattooed onto my dog, it was an extra $15. So about $55. Sounds maybe a little bit pricey to some. But if you get a regular dog tag license, it's like $10 every year. So in 5 years, you're going to, make your payoff, and you're not going to lose the tags. You're not going to forget to take them with you when you go somewhere with your dog. It's just worry-free. You don't have to worry about anything yearly or getting new tags every year or anything. It's just that same number all the time every year, and that's it. It's just one fee, and then you're done. So that's a little bit of perspective on what that is. I'll try to put a picture of Odie and his little number at the end of this video. But I wanted to address something as well. I think it's very important that you are aware of just everything in general. You can look like your best but be so stupid, and that's such a horrible trait. You want to be educated in every area that you can. And even if this touches somebody, I'll be happy. If you guys do anything for me, my loyal subscribers, if you could go to YouTube and just type in animal shelters or puppy mills, just watch one video for me. That's all I'm asking. And if you're not crying by the end of the video, there's something wrong, because this is a really, really important thing, especially with even in the line of makeup. I know I do a lot of makeup videos. Animal testing, which I'm sure you've seen on some of my videos, I say, oh, this is, no animal testing, or cruelty-free, or fake leather, or this is not real leather, or I always throw something in like that. I am serious when I am saying stuff like that. I think it's weird that these vast majority of the companies can just have all these animals just to try mascara on and things like that. They're not genetically like us. They do have feelings, you know what I mean, but they're not human, so why test human products on them? A lot of them die in these testing areas, and it's just not a pretty sight at all. And it's so glamorous, you know what I mean, for makeup and companies to be doing this. It's sad and really, really sick. And I find it weird that if your neighbor was beating the shit out of his dog and you would call the cops on him, he would get arrested for animal cruelty and go to jail and pay a fine. But these companies can do the same thing, and it's legal. So yeah, I know the legal system is screwed up, as it will always be. But it's just nice to be educated, especially before you buy something. Please just watch one of those videos. And with animals, I'm not one to talk. I do have two dogs, and they are full bred. I have a lab and a chihuahua. My chihuahua I got actually off a breeder that mistreated, I guess, and just had so many, and it was just unfit living conditions. So I find it, I mean, he did come with papers and everything, but I find it, as I saved him, let alone then I just bought off a breeder, which I'm not saying breed dogs are bad, but there's just so many animals out there. There's more animals in California than there are people. So that just, if you can concept that, that's just unreal. They put millions and millions of animals down a year because they can't find homes. And if you go into your local animal shelter, pick out a dog, and if you walk out without that dog, 99.8% chance is that dog's going to get put to sleep. I would say, and this is just I can't even talk. These are just figures that I've looked up and I've studied. 75% of the dogs don't make it out of the shelters, and 89% of the cats do not make it out of shelters. People are buying more breed dogs, and this is making the population go up higher. That makes more animals go into the pound. I understand there are some no-kill shelters, but if you can concept that, that's not going to last long. It takes money. It takes people to adopt animals for no-kill shelter. Cats, and I know because I just had a cat dropped off at my house and it's pregnant. They multiply so fast, and it's just hard to keep up with everything. That's why spay and neuter is very important. And I know it's expensive, but it's definitely worth it. You're saving somebody's life. You're saving stress on the animal, and you're giving the animal a home. Even if you find a stray outside and it's a cat and you don't want it, don't take it to the pound. Take it to the country. Take it somewhere. Anywhere is better than taking an animal to the pound because you don't want it. Even if you have a dog and say you can't afford to take it to the vet or take it to get fixed or something, keep it as an outside dog. As long as it's a nice dog and you keep it tied up away from people, it's a lot better place than, the shelter where it might not find a home. So I'm not saying don't take your animals to the vet because that's unreal, but there are low-cost spay and neuters. I know it goes by your income. There's free places around. Surely there's other places, like you just have to look in it in your area. I know there's some around mine. I just think it's very important, and if you could just spread the word, and even just a simple thought, and next time you go look for an animal, just go to a couple pounds. They have a lot of breed dogs that find their way there, lost strays, people that just left them or something. And so yeah, save a life. I hope this touched somebody. I could go on and on about this forever, but I won't. I hate preaching, but if you guys could please, please, please look up one of those videos for me. Just type in animal shelters and watch one video, and I promise you it'll change your mind. Maybe adopted an animal, maybe when you come to buy something next time, you'll maybe look at the label and see if they do test on animals. Whatever little way it changes, even if it changes your thought and perspective, and even if you tell the story over again and maybe change somebody else's mind, it was worth my time sitting here and talking to you guys. So take it in mind, take it in thought. You guys take care, and I'll talk to you later.